Hi, this is Dave Perry, and you're watching Retro Gaming Revival live.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Retro Gaming Revival Live for our World Cup 22 special. I'm back in the hosting chair, so I'm probably going to be a little bit rusty after we've given Nintendo an evening off. He's not the biggest football fan, so we thought we'd let him off this one.
It's for the best, mate. It's for the best.
Yeah, well, we shall see. I've not hosted for a very long time, so this is, this could be an absolute disaster. Anyway, we're here this evening to take you on a trip down memory lane, looking at the video games for the World Cups from 1986 through to 2010, when after the World Cup section of video games became downloadable content only, I believe. Someone in the chat might want to correct me on that, but I'm sure after 2010, that was when video games for the World Cup ceased to exist and they were just a downloadable add-on to FIFA. We also have some amazing halftime entertainment, which I think is up there with the opening ceremony of USA 94 and also that famous Super Bowl with Justin Bieber and Janet Jackson. So it's got that kind of vibe
Justin
to it.
Bieber?
So, not Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake.
He was about 10.
J2.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't Justin Bieber. That would have been very awkward.
That would have been a total different controversy.
Oh, it would have been very awkward. Those of you who are new here, I am Ryan. I am our host this evening, and I am going to call myself Ryan Kalina tonight. So I'll be in control of all of this riffraff, like the great Pierluigi Kalina, one of the greatest refs of all time. So enough from me. We're going to see who we've got with us tonight. So firstly, every great football team needs a great manager, and with his flowing locks and Dawson Creek vibes, our Joachim Lowe is Nintendo. So welcome.
I'm not entirely sure if that's an insult or not. What's the person?
Wow.
Joachim Lowe.
Joachim Lowe is cool.
Yeah,
he's a cool guy.
Yeah, but he scratches
Good
his
evening.
balls.
Yeah, I was about to say, he likes to scratch his arse and sniff it, doesn't he?
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
sniff
very
it, so.
cool. Secondly, we have our man who likes odd-shaped faces. He's our Harry Maguire. His triangle face. Old slabhead. I'm not saying you've got a slabhead, Tim, but I'm saying a triangle face thing.
Cool.
Okay, next up we have someone who sees himself a bit of a joker of the group, who sometimes likes lager, sometimes likes cider. He's our Paul Merson. It's Dorbs.
Right.
I quite like that.
That's very good.
Next
very
up
good.
is a man whose mic once made him have a voice as robotic as Peter Crouch's goal celebrations. It's Blunners. Come on, that's good. That's good. I like that. That's good. And
Yeah,
finally,
I like
we're pleased to welcome back a Kobe and Lego superstar, one of my best friends and a creative genius like the great Zinedine Zidane is CabbageFace Bricks. So welcome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello. Fantastic.
Great to have you back. How have you been?
Good. Yeah, thank you. Very good. How have you? Is it 5? I don't know. 4 or 5. Yeah.
Five.
How have you
plus.
been?
Sometimes 4.
Yeah. Just like the band.
Good, mate.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just-
Well, it's
Well,
great
there's
to
only
have you
4 or
back, isn't
5
it?
at the moment.
Cool. So, who's in charge of the chat tonight? Do we want to see who's in, who's with us?
Yeah. Go on, Blaz.
Let's have a look.
Oh, okay. So, no, you can do it. You do it.
Let's have a
Ollie.
look. Who have we got? We have got the one, the only, Mr. Evan Neal. Evening,
Wow.
Mr. Neal.
On that 100-inch TV, we probably look better than what we do in real life.
Did you hope so?
Yeah.
Mr. Dan Lin Wang, how goes it, brother?
Always good to see him.
Gold2th is in
The
the
legend.
house.
Little to the left.
Oh, Jesus. Is she on the other food?
What is going on with this?
Oh, that mean.
We have Mr. Rob Taylor. Good evening, Mr. Rob. Always good
Always
to
great
see you,
Rob.
Rob.
Yay.
We've got Gina Bells asking what's in for dinner. I think myself and Tim had spag bowl, although I said spag ball in the chat to try and get a dreadful pun in there. So there we go. Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good to see so many people here. Obviously, the World Cup starts this coming Sunday, so we're all very excited. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy around the World Cup, but we won't talk about that. And it being moved to November, we won't talk about that either. So we're here today to talk about the video games that we enjoyed, possibly when we were younger, or we've played recently on emulation devices, or if you're lucky enough to own the real life game itself. So without further ado, we're going to start with a game from 1986, which, to be honest, I never knew actually existed before we put this show together. So it's the official arcade game of Mexico 1986. I don't know if anyone in the chat has played this. If you have, do let us know. But I'm going to, if you let me know if you can see that.
I think we're on.
Have you got the sound?
Yeah, there's a bit of sound there too, mate.
Oh, nice. I'm going to get rid of the banner because it's kind of hiding us at the moment. So I'm going to.
Yeah, go for it.
Got some groovy music, huh?
Do you know what that looks like? That looks like an arcade port of the Hurricanes. Do you remember that TV show?
Yeah.
Yes.
This looks
look at
like
this.
it's a
Awful.
game
Dreadful.
adaptation of that.
Oh, I like in this.
I'm not gonna lie, the music doesn't scream football, does it?
Where's the goalkeeper?
It's punching the ground. Look at that. Look how
I
angry
thought
he
he was
is.
the one earlier. Wasn't
What year did this character say, Ryan? Is it
1986.
86.
Yeah.
Graphics
pretty good
aren't
for
bad
86.
for 86. Yeah,
Yeah.
graphics are pretty good for
That's
86.
This was better than what I was playing on a Nintendo NES in about 1990. So.
Oh, what a goal!
he? Oh, Screamer.
Oh, top.
That's a
Top
Tony
bins.
Boa.
Look at
Tony
the
Boa-esque,
ref's
that one.
expression.
They do like the fix it Felix jump when they win.
Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna fix it.
chipped
Look
him
at
like
that.
Peter Schmeichel.
I'm gonna fix it.
It's 3-0 to Germany.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
grief.
Italy. I mean, what
That's what you
kickoff
playing
is
Come on,
that?
All
Italy.
over
Let's
again.
smash.
I'm actually quite liking this. You've got a
Playing
referee,
Tim, yeah.
which is
Oh, what a save!
To be fair, that's not an overly impressive feat, to be fair.
It's that goalkeeper as well. He just needs to Bob the Builder theme tune crumbing, doesn't he?
he's got like
Oh.
dungarees on.
Why?
So it's almost like being there, isn't it?
It is.
Hard hat.
It's like being back in 1986
I know.
and that Maradona hand of God
Oh.
moment. You're recreating it in this game.
I mean, you could literally hear people, can't you, playing this back then, going, "It's never going to get any better than this."
Yeah.
How many players are offside then?
No
Don't be that
VAR
worried
back
about
then,
that.
so it's fine.
Crikey.
So Gold2th remembers it.
These kickoffs are absolutely atrocious.
I reckon this guy's probably playing Gold2th who's winning 4-0.
He's,
to be
he's
honest.
on bloody steroids by the looks of it.
Why can no one tackle this thing? Seriously. I'll keep it.
Oh, he's going to walk in.
Come
He's going to walk in.
on.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Not
faking
having this.
around.
Not having that.
I'm sure that was on the
Yeah.
IT
Punch
crowd,
it
wasn't it? When he comes up with all the different things you can say. You know, trouble with Arsenal is they just walk in.
So what's I'll start with you, Nintendo Lee. What out of 10? What are you giving that game?
Well, I mean, I don't have any nostalgia for it, but purely because it reminded me of the Hurricanes TV show, which is something I do have a little bit of nostalgia for. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10.
Ooh,
7 out of
that's a
10.
high score so early on, considering we
Yeah.
haven't seen what's going to come after.
Well, why not? 7
Surely
out
it's
of 10.
only going to get better after this. So you're starting at 7.
oh, yeah,
There's a little
but
part of me that thinks it might
You've
not.
gone too high. Too high.
are we
too
not
soon.
going to judge
Too
also
high?
based on when it came out? Because like comparing the graphics to something that's like recent, I think is unfair. But considering it came out in '86, I would say that's pretty decent.
I don't know.
If
Okay, so
I knock it down
graphics.
then to a 6.5, does that make everybody more comfortable?
makes me more comfortable.
6.5. 6.5 it is then.
Makes me more comfortable. Okay, so triangle face.
Yeah, I'll go for a 6. I think I'll give it a 6. Had some good little sound effects there, like the kicking ball noise it was constantly making. Although I'm sure after a while that would get annoying.
Oh dear. And Blunners.
Yeah, I reckon about 5. Yeah, about 5 for me.
Yeah.
Never played it.
No, I've never played it. And CabbageFace?
I'm going to go the same with Blunner's. Big fat 5. The music was irritating as anything, wasn't it?
Oh,
It
Flipping
didn't
all
scream
music.
World Cup, did it?
no, the kits were abysmal as well.
Yeah, it was a
Germany playing white. I think they were playing in blue and green.
Hmm.
No attention to detail in that whatsoever.
No.
So I'll give my score shortly. So a 5 is the lowest we've had so far.
Yeah, I don't think it's very real to life. Quite a few high scores there, so I'll probably give it a 3. Not very impressed with that at all.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Ooh. Can we just take a moment to admire Dorbs' jumper as well?
Oh yes, Orbs, do show this off. Even I know what this is. So
Go on, give a little twirl.
Wow.
Look at that.
Nice, isn't it?
It is very nice. Very nice if you like that kind of.
I do.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Rob Taylor's give it a 3.
Yeah, he's not-
Gold2th
that's
give it a
some scores
in the
3.
chat.
I think
So
I'm going to
we're
give that.
we're doing an average score. Average
Is it
score.
on Evercade?
It's not on Evercade, but it's probably the type of game that they would pick up on Evercade. I'm going to give it a
Nothing
3 out of
good.
10 as well. To me, lack of attention to detail, music abysmal.
Mhm.
Referee was just running around, not doing
So
anything.
what we got? We got a 3,
So-
3, 2 5s.
6 and a 6.5.
6.5. Ollie, you've started high.
Is that really
I
that
think-
high though? Like I think with
I like to bring
games,
those averages
okay,
up.
6
That
to
average
10,
is
isn't it, really?
4.75. So I'm going to make
That's a
note of
good
this.
average. That's a good
Not
batting
bad.
average rate.
4.75 for that.
That's under midway. So that's just under average. I think that's fair.
1986.
Okay, so we're going to move from 1986.
7.
Does anyone, before we move on, Dorbs, you're probably the oldest one here who remembers 1986. Do you have any nostalgia for that World Cup specifically?
No.
Oh,
Admit.
right, let's move on then. Well, Gold2th give a 5. Sorry.
So it's all right. We're all diving in. What was I drinking? I was drinking a beer out of a glass that just said beer. But yeah, I'm now moving on to water.
Is that Camden Pale Ale or Camden?
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
Stayed in a
stole
hotel
it.
and the glass was really good, so I just thought I'll have that.
Yeah, you stole it, didn't you? No,
I did.
I think
I
it
did.
just fell in his bag by accident. That's
Yeah.
probably what's happened there. Okay, so we're going to move on to possibly the greatest World Cup of all time, 1990. So you would expect the video game to match that, would
I
you
think I
not?
remember this one.
So this is
Yeah,
4
so-
years on from the
Yeah,
last.
so I've got the Mega Drive version, which is a little bit unfair
yeah.
because obviously the
else was
last
it on?
game was an arcade game.
Is
I
it
think
everything,
if
right?
we
Let's have a look. I'll look it up.
okay, here we go.
Sega. Yeah, I remember this.
What the fuck did that just say?
That logo is phenomenal.
That's
Everyone
amazing.
had that little toy,
Yeah.
didn't they?
I had a football with it as well, a little football.
Yeah, Coca-Cola football.
It's got that classic tinny
Yeah,
Mega Drive
like that.
soundtrack, hasn't it?
Right, so let's get to.
Is it just
Oh,
me?
you
Or do all football games from like the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo and even the PlayStation 1 just take forever before you actually play a game of football?
Can I just ask why Wales didn't exist on that map of the United Kingdom? It's just England and Scotland.
Yeah,
played
it
this.
did.
They didn't qualify
That
for
music
years.
is the same music as when you first boot up Mega 2.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I've played this. The music I recognise.
This came on
It's
the Mega
similar to,
Drive in a collection, I think.
Very similar to Microprose Soccer.
But that music was definitely the beginning of Mega Games 2, like Streets of Rage or for
Is this significantly better than the last game that we've seen? Is this a step up?
No.
I like it. It's
It's the
top
top-down view,
view.
though, isn't it? I feel like that
The goalkeeper's
view
certainly better.
is a very different kind of game, isn't it? This is more like sensible soccer game territory.
Where's this hard hat?
I'm not a fan. The noise the ball makes when they
Yeah.
wallop it.
It sounds like they're kicking a deflated ball, doesn't it? Yeah, this came on Mega Games Collection 1, so that's why I've played it.
Yeah, because
That
it
might
come
be
with
Yeah.
a hang-on.
What's it
Is it
say?
Super hang-on?
Yes. Yeah, Super Hang On columns.
And columns. Yeah, I had this.
Oh,
So yeah, I've
Check him
definitely
out.
played this.
Oh, look at that! Look at his leg when he slides in.
yeah.
The music
it's
didn't get
dirty,
any better,
isn't
they
it?
did
Or a
it.
hamstring like that.
It's a
Although, to be
whirly.
fair, when that
Oh,
guy
you didn't
did
see a
that
goal,
jump,
or
then
what?
it looked like he was planking.
Well, no, that's what we're
I like
waiting
the football
for.
as well. That's the Subbuteo football as well. That one.
I don't
I'm
see
not
why it
happy-
needs. Why does it need the mini map? What's that about?
Are we going to see a goal?
Well,
Come on.
Yeah, Gold2th's in the 2 territory for this one.
Oh, this is abysmal. Not to give anything
it's
away.
mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Who made this game?
I think it was made by Sega. I want to
Was it
say.
Sega?
Tronx.
Who was it made by?
Tronx.
Yeah, pretty sure it was. There's a-
Oh,
The goalie's got a
Oh.
crash helmet on again.
No.
No goalies wore hats around then. They wore them in like the 1930s.
Oh, here we go.
Boys,
Hey!
Oh,
Where did the keeper come from? Yeah, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
you gotta
I
get
mean, it's a bit
props
more
for
realistic
celebration.
in terms of the amount of goals that are scored, isn't it?
Coming to an never came
Indeed.
The
near.
good.
music
Like
is dreadful, though, isn't it?
Oh, the music's
Oh, it's
abysmal.
doing
I think the kicking the ball sound effect as well was a bit grating. Yeah.
Yeah, the thud of that ball is horrible.
Not a fan of that
Okay.
one.
So 1990, as I say, probably one of the greatest World Cups of all time. So does that game reflect one of the greatest World Cups of all time? So I'm going to start with you, Nintendo Lee, for your score and thoughts.
I can't comment on whether it did 1990 World Cup any good because I have no clue what happened in the World Cup 1990. But
Who
I
won
can
it?
say that I don't know.
Go on, have a guess.
West Germany.
I don't know. I've got to pick someone that's probably maybe hard. I don't know.
West
Did Italy win it?
Oh,
Dorbs just
Australia,
told
West
you.
Germany.
West Germany.
Oh, sorry,
good.
Dorbs. I thought you can never tell with Dorbs whether he's trying to play you off and they were
It's
like
West Germany, mate.
first out in their group or something.
It was an Andrews Bremer penalty.
Mhm.
Oh. And who were they in
One
the
of worst
final with?
finals ever.
Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
Wow.
They knocked
You
us
learn
out
something
in
new every
semis,
day.
didn't
I'm going to give that a 4. I like that less than the last one, even though graphically I think it was better, and I like the top-down look with the ball coming up. The music would just grate on me something chronic. That's poor sound design and poor music. So, yeah, that's a 4 for me.
4 out of 10. Okay, triangle face.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me that puts up a little bit is that I don't think it was the same game, but I played a very similar looking game, so I've got a slight bit of nostalgia for that because it's one of the rare football games I've actually played and was any good at. So I'm going to give it a 4 as well. I think. Give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Blunners.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a 3 if Rob with me. I thought it was awful.
Yep. 3, you're in the same camp as Rob Taylor there.
Okay, and CabbageFace.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty offensive. I'm going to give it a 1.
Come on.
It was horrid. Everything about it was terrible, wasn't it? It's like the top-down view, the mini-map. Why do you need a mini-map? It's not really Call of Duty, is it? It's ridiculous. Stupid game.
There you go.
Best
That's what
review
you
ever.
want. That's what you want. Okay, Dorbs.
It
Ryan
does
would
remind
be
me
that,
of Microprose Soccer. Very similar. And I've actually got, for the Commodore 64, I've actually got the Italian 90 copy.
Oh, look at
But
that.
it is completely different. If you look on the back,
Oh, we need to go solo layout.
Oh,
so
it's
that-
not the same game then, is it?
it is completely different.
Oh,
So
man.
why is it? It's a
So-
bit embarrassing. The tape version's better than the Mega Drive.
Yeah. So there you
That
go.
says a lot, actually, doesn't it?
So
It's
the
a lot.
Commodore 64 version is a lot better than the Mega Drive. So I'm going to base it on what we've just watched, the inferior Mega Drive, and I'm going to give it a 3.
3, man. This isn't doing well, is it?
Yeah, I'm going to say I've played that game before, and it is abysmal. It's really hard to score. It's really slow. The ball coming towards the screen is really off-putting. There's no that map at the start where it didn't even have Wales. That loses a point for me. They've just wiped Wales off the United Kingdom. It was just England
Oh.
and Scotland.
Can I
Mother
change it
Trust.
to 2 then?
Were they in the 1990 World Cup?
No, but I'm going to give that a 2. I'm going to give that a 2. 2 out of 10.
So who was doing the averages last time? So we've got a 1.
That is an average of 2.83 recurring.
What's the score on the board, Dorbs?
Dorbs, a question there or a statement from Gold2th there about your cassette there.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
can
prefer
imagine.
Think of You by Wigfield, if I'm honest. I prefer Think of You.
I can
Not
imagine that he
amazing.
knows all the dance moves as well.
100%.
Not for that.
Oh, but what can you remember the dance moves for? Tangent 1 of the evening.
No, because I used to go to Route 66 back in the day. And there was always
Macarena.
the girls who danced to S Club 7. When they first came out, and they did all the dance moves, so I just used to watch them for about half an hour. It was quite entertaining. Very good. Good times.
Okay,
I think we're going to have to
surely,
get Dorbs to do one of these dances at some point in the future.
Got that back. So I can't.
surely everyone knew the dance moves Tragedy by Steps. That used to be.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
I
I remember like there's the first bit with the hands over your head. After that, I don't know.
Agadoo as
The
well.
first
isn't it?
bit. They did try
Yeah,
Oh, I
to
could do
do
yeah,
it.
Music Man. Music Man.
Yeah,
Oops,
Music Man.
upside your head.
Oops, yeah, the one with the rowing boat thing, where everyone used to sit on the beer-covered floor.
Me and CabbageFace used to run the roost at Jumping Jacks in Southampton.
Yeah,
Used to
we
be
were-
up
we
on
were-
stage.
We were proper
was that,
ballers, as they call them now.
What was the other one that had a dance to it? Is it Saturday night? That used to have like a little dance routine, didn't it?
That's what we're talking about.
Did.
Is it?
Definitely
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, we said about the one we sit on the floor.
Hello?
That's Saturday night.
No.
isn't it?
Hello.
That's thing you
It's
on the floor.
upside your head.
Upside, you did a tapping on the floor, didn't you? Put your hand in someone's cigarette or something. It's really nice. Conga.
Side of head.
Conga.
Conga.
Yeah, conga. Many a times going around Jumping Jacks doing a conga up on stage, back round again.
Dirty
Oh,
dancing.
Safety
We did that
night,
on
man.
Ryan, didn't we?
Safety
Yeah,
night,
we used
man.
to recreate Dirty Dancing.
I used to hold Ryan up.
You think we're joking? That's how cool we were. No girls would ever do that with us. We
man.
had to
Oh,
do it
they
by
loved it.
ourselves.
They loved it.
Yeah, I think there's a reason
did.
why they didn't want to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so before we move on to the next game, 1990 World Cup. Does anyone have any? I imagine everyone here's got nostalgia. Well, who remembers it will have real nostalgia for it, or has seen stuff since. My main memory of it is I was in Greece in 1990. I had an England kit, and I say memory. My dad's told me because then that reminds me of it. I was only 6 at the time. We were playing Belgium, and David Platt scored in the last minute, and I had my England kit on. And my dad was saying loads of Germans in the bar were like laughing at England because we weren't doing very well. And when Platt scored, he lifted me up in my England kit. So it's a nice memory of that World Cup, which I don't really remember, but my dad does remember. So
Is that when he drops you on your head?
yeah, okay.
When you said you're in Greece, and I thought you meant the musical. Where's this going?
Oh, we're going well off tangent here. And Dorbs, any memories of the?
Yes, the first tournament I remember watching all the games. I missed the David Platt one because I had to go to bed because I had school the next day. Trying to think. Yeah.
Well, my parents were bad. Took me out of school during the school.
It was bad. So we had Republic of Ireland, Holland, Egypt, Belgium, Cameroon.
Cameroon.
And then
Republic of
Germany.
Ireland. We had Republic of Ireland in our group, didn't we?
Yeah, Republic. That was the first game. That was 1-1,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Well,
I remember. I think it was against West Germany. Gary Lineker shooting himself. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
on the
remember the
pitch.
goals, and I remember the disappointment after we lost as well on penalties. Because Peter Shilton, he should never have been in goal. Ridiculous, so slow. Oh, it's terrible.
You're about
terrible.
50 then.
I know.
the one thing I remember was
Way
it the
too
Cameroon player kind of like putting his hands through the net when he scored or something, putting him through it and kind of going mad? Or was that 90s or was that 94?
No, that's 94. That was
That's
is that
94, was
Yekini or I think
Yeah.
that's Yekini for Nigeria.
Was that 94 then?
I think
Get
it's
muddled up,
94,
Steve.
yeah.
I don't-
90. The
90 was
Cameroon.
when I was 7, wasn't I? So I'm probably a bit vague.
Yeah, but 90 was Roger Miller, the Cameroon player, doing the
Yeah,
dance
dancing.
in the corner.
Oh, I remember
that's the
actually
one.
the 1990. I remember Rennie Higuita. I remember watching that as well. When he
Big
came
man.
out of his goal, and they was doing all that stupid passing, and Roger Miller got the ball off him and just took it past and scored. See if I can find that goal actually.
All I
Sure you
remember
can
from
find
1990 was that was the year the
Copyright
Ninja
strike.
Turtles movie came out.
The Turtles.
Which
Hey.
movie?
The first Ninja Turtles movie.
Mm.
That was my memory of 1990.
I had a pirated version of
Hero
that game.
Turn.
That video, sorry. That film.
Backup
Yeah,
version.
back
Ooh,
up.
I mean, back up.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
say
and,
car.
Blonners, any memories of 1990 World Cup?
No, not really. I was only, 5? So don't remember much about that.
And Triangle Face?
Sorry.
No, I wouldn't have even watched
No.
anything back then. No.
Ah, great World Cup. Yeah, Rob Taylor in the chat has summed it up with his
Yeah,
his
Gaza
comment.
and
That's
that.
one of the most
you know
defining
what?
moments.
I do remember after that Gaza in the Walker's advert, and he'd go to put his hand in the bag of crisps, and they crush it, and you just see him cry like jets of tears. I remember that. I remember someone in school having to explain to me, it's like, why is Gaza crying? They're like, oh, he cried at the World Cup. And you're like, oh, fine.
Didn't Gaza, when they returned from that World Cup, come off the plane in a big pair of tits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. That was then. Yeah.
Right. So
And then he had
Just
him.
go.
He had him when he played for
Isn't
Lazio on
nuts.
top of the
Copyright strike.
Here we go. Copyright strike from FIFA incoming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seb
but
Blatter
I-
coming after you.
There's a geek. Yeah. Whoop.
It's crashed. It's crashed.
We can't see anything, Dobbs.
It's gone.
Brilliant.
We're just getting awful noise.
Oh, now it's another photograph.
Commentating.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the
Oh,
wait,
good
wait,
goal,
do
man.
check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Renegade Geezer, Roger Miller from 1990 World Cup.
Having
Enjoyed
Chris
that.
Kamara on there, isn't it? What the hell's going on?
Right, so now we're going to move on to the US of A, the 1994 World Cup, which England failed to qualify for, disappointingly.
It's probably the best World Cup then.
Yeah.
I know.
No disappointment.
Remember all the stuff
Right,
on
so
McDonald's?
here we go.
If I remember this game,
Wow.
Classic Mega Drive
You're
tin
getting
again.
the sound?
yeah,
Yeah.
Right, I'm
Unfortunately,
going to
yeah.
have to forward this because he might.
Oh wow,
take him 7
That's
years.
better,
to
isn't
punch
it?
his name
Oh,
out.
I got speed.
Ooh.
very quick.
Speed.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh.
Who's that bloke?
Mm.
Oh, it's a linesman.
Again,
What's
it's
he
got
That's
another,
cool.
another one with a map.
Oh,
Oh.
bit of trigonometry
this
going on
game.
here. Here we go.
Why? Hang on, why was the
Yeah.
defender taking a goal kick?
I remember.
Some goalies don't
Yeah,
like doing them.
goalie can't be asked.
What's the linesman doing?
I don't know.
Getting involved, isn't he?
He's not even on the pit. He's not in the right position. Yeah.
Oh, I know where FIFA stole that from. Or they stole it from.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like a lot like
All
Central
right.
Soccer?
He's done it.
Yeah, it
Who's
does,
playing
doesn't it?
anyway? Is it Brazil and Holland?
Brazil.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's better without music, though, isn't it?
So is that Mark Overmars, number 11?
Who's that? Romario, 11?
Overmars, yeah.
11 would be Romario, yeah. He was
How
golden
small
boot,
is
wasn't
that
he?
goal?
Bergkamp, where's Bergkamp?
Oh,
He
you
was
can.
golden boot winner, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Oof.
he was. I'm getting the
If I
vibe
remember
here. You can only
before-
kick straight.
I remember correctly, wasn't Ronaldo there as a youngster?
He's a sub, yeah.
Not Cristiano, the one with the weird haircut.
The one who's quite large now.
Oh,
And
9.
the joint top scorer only played 3 games in that tournament. A little bit of trivia for you.
Oh, the Russian guy. History.
Oleg Stelenko, yeah.
Who, Ronaldo?
Oh, what a save. Get him,
Solanke.
get him in.
Oh,
They got real player names here as well. I just saw some player names at the bottom.
I don't know. Because let's move us to the side and then maybe we can.
Raffinelli.
Yeah, it does,
yeah.
Raffinelli, never heard of him.
No,
there you
he's
go.
not real.
Raffinelli.
Alvaro, no.
No.
Orlov, no.
This can't
Anyone
be.
actually scored yet?
No.
Nope.
This is
Pretty
typical
quick,
football.
though, isn't it?
Oh,
He was doing a
Oh,
dance.
showing him how to do a throw in.
He's doing the Macarena.
tragedy.
This isn't bad. It's just a bit.
Central Soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's
it's
not
definitely
much.
the best-
any music either, does it? Like I know we could
Oh,
play
Booking.
that music and the others, but
Ooh.
I feel like it needs to have a little bit of some sort of background tune going on.
Oh, I don't know. I quite like it without the music. It's less irritating.
It's just very quiet though, isn't it? It's
It is very
peaceful.
quiet.
Yeah, blood of plastics watching this one, isn't there? Oh no, there's a bit
Yeah.
of noise there. It was like,
It's almost like it needs that crowd noise to be going constantly, doesn't it?
Mm.
Maybe it couldn't.
Go on, lad. Go on. Ooh.
They can only shoot straight.
Oh,
There's
we're
no.
gonna,
Mm.
yeah.
Brazil aren't very good at goal kicks. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, the goalie can't be
Let's
outtaken.
One last attack.
That
Straight
noise they
down-
make when they kick the ball as well. It's like,
Ooh, straight down the keeper's throat. That one.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
that's better, isn't it? That's better. That's more
It's
like
getting
it.
better. We're gradually getting better as we go up through the years.
I can't remember playing that one though.
I
No, I
had
can't.
that one on the Game Boy, so I remember playing it on the Game Boy. And then Tendoli actually has
Ooh.
that copy now.
I do. Once I've given my
Ooh.
score, I'll go and grab that for you.
Okay, so we go reverse order this time. So we'll start with Dorbs
Okay.
for your score.
Well, I've actually got this game for the Amiga. There it is.
Yay!
Oh
Look
man,
at that.
So
Big
that-
box as well.
yeah, when
It
games used to come in those
does-
boxes.
It does look very
I remember
similar.
them boxes.
Oh, the penalty's
Got the
quite good.
manual.
Yeah, it is box complete.
Yeah. Oh,
This-
box complete.
This.
Oh, look at that. Floppy
Look at
floppy
them,
disks.
them discs. Let's have a look at them discs.
Get your discs out.
Yeah, get your discs out for the lads.
Out.
You know, look.
So
Got a
yeah, I
print
did
on them.
have that. Unfortunately, bad news. It says it comes with wall chart, but I haven't got that, so I don't know where that is.
Oh,
Not
someone
box
might
But
have
it
it.
is it is. Hang on, let me just put that back.
Decreased in value.
I've
It
got
is
a
an
feeling
official
yours
licensed
came with
product.
one as well, Ryan.
Oh,
I completely
yours-
have the wall chart.
Yours says
Is that Freddie
souvenir
Rincon?
wall
I think
chart
that's
as
Freddie
well.
Rincon on the front, maybe.
Who's that? What are you
I'm
giving
sure
it?
that's Freddie Rincon.
So what are you giving that, Dorbs?
Yeah, I quite like that because I've got it and I played it. So I'm going to give that a strong 7.
Seven.
Nice, strong 7.
CabbageFace.
I'm going to go slightly lower 6 because I think it's a bit of a rip-off of Sensible World of Soccer. But was it before it or after it or at the same time?
After.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rip-off, but it was good. Ish. No one could
Yeah.
score though.
No,
No, I didn't see any goals.
it seemed a bit mundane, didn't it? And Blunners.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6 as well. I think it's the best game we've seen so far. But like you guys said, it looks like they've literally just copy and pasted Sensible Soccer over. I do remember playing it.
Yeah, and Triangle Face.
Yeah, gameplay looks right. I'm just thinking graphically, because it's 1994. Just thinking about some of the games that came out around that time. That the graphics feel like the graphics should be a lot better than what they've got there. Because what you have things like Donkey Kong Country, Mortal Kombat 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. Compared graphically to those games that came out that year, this looks a bit blocky to me. So I'm probably going to give it a 5. Yeah, 5.
Ooh, straight down the middle. Okay, and then Tendoli.
I am going to give it the same score as the first one because I'll give it that a 6.5 because it looks gameplay wise like it's improved a lot. It's a lot quicker. Everything seems to flow a little bit nicer. And I quite like the lack of music. It seemed to, I don't know, maybe if you're playing it on your own, you'd be bored as hell with less music. But there you go, Ryan. So this is the one that I bought a bunch of games off you, and this just came in your little bundle.
Look
So
at that.
Wow.
here we are.
Look at that.
Game Boy.
World Cup
That's
94 on the
mint.
Game Boy.
Look at that.
And
Mint.
even the cartridge, massively official licensed product. It's almost bigger than
Wow.
well, it is bigger than the World Cup USA font. And here is Ryan's completed wall chart.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Oh,
there.
wait.
Wow.
Oh, mate.
Ah, beautiful.
Quality.
Look at
That's
that.
it. Now you know who wins.
That's
Yeah.
Bit of
good stuff.
I need to watch
nostalgia.
it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
spoilers! Come on.
Even though football games aren't my thing, that will stay in my collection because it's come from you. Isn't
Oh,
that
thank
nice?
you very much.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to
yeah.
go into a nice home. That always makes me happy. As I say, I had it on the Game Boy. I used to quite like it on the Game Boy. However, for its time, FIFA 95 came out that
Yeah, it did,
Christmas, which was much superior to that game. And you had games like International Superstar Soccer, which were out around that time as well. And when I compare it to them, and I remember the menu system on that game was abysmal. It was, do you know when they had the pictures rather than actual words, and you had to try and figure out what you were clicking on? So trying to
Yeah.
get to a match was like just a big football rather than it saying match, and it was just, yeah, it wasn't the easiest game to navigate. So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 10.
4 with a wall.
Okay, so we do have a new leader now. So average score of 5.75. The USA 1994 is in the lead.
I think Gold2th's got it spot on there. I think this is proving the point, isn't it? That in the earlier days, they would just whack a license on any game,
Yeah.
and it would sell, and it would just have World Cup on it. But I'm hoping after these, the
Doors, is
games
that enough?
do get slightly. Yeah, Doors is enough for this. The games do get slightly better. So before we move on to a half-time entertainment, which
Oh,
gonna blow us away, and we are going to get a copyright strike for it, but it'd be so worth it. It is really worth it. Has anyone got any nostalgia for that '94 World Cup? The Ray Houghton roly-poly when he scored against Italy?
No. There's two favourite moments. They're both from the opening ceremony. So the first one is Diana Ross's infamous penalty miss.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen. So she knocks it wide and the goal still goes. And this, my favourite memory of USA 1994 is, if you can find it on YouTube, the opening ceremony, all the teams do a little dance, and you've got to look at the Saudi Arabian entrant for the dance at the beginning. It's the most funniest thing you'll ever see. They're basically just these blokes with loads of swords just jumping up and down. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's my favourite memory of USA 94.
Is it intentionally funny, or is it like, no, they just look like a bunch of birds?
No, that's just how they dance. They've just got these like massive swords, just dancing, jumping up and down like that, and just swinging them around. So yeah, if you can find it, it is absolutely hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah, great tournament. Stoichkov, Hadji, Lechkov. I remember his goal. Lechkov,
Baggio was on
Baggio,
fire. Or the rat's tail.
Oh, with the haircut.
No,
Rat's tail.
Rivaldo's infamous that celebration he did.
Was that the one the Italians like screaming as he went across the pitch, like going mad because he scored? Is that '94? You know, he kind of does that really over the top, running and crying when he scores. Is that '94?
That's from the 80s.
Is it? Oh god,
I know. Is it Leonardo's elbow on Tab Ramos? Remember that? There's a couple other things, we won't mention them because they're quite sad. But yeah, great. Probably my favourite tournament, actually. It's probably my favourite tournament, even though we're not in it. But lots of great memories from that tournament.
That really your favourite tournament? That surprises me.
I loved it. Even the kits. And I think Romania dyed all their hair blonde, didn't they, as well?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
No, that was the next one, wasn't it? That's the
I'm
next
sure
one.
that was 94.
When
I'm sure that was 94.
No, I think that was 98.
When they knocked us out.
Sure?
Yeah.
Phil Neville fluffed it.
It's Google.
I don't think they knocked us out in '98, but they beat us, didn't they, in the group? Yeah, in the group stage. I'm trying to share an image.
I want to remember. I'm sure I've got a vivid memory. Dan Petrescu
with
yellow hair.
I think it was 94. No, hang on. No, it's 98. I think.
Yeah, Dan Petrescu had yellow hair, didn't he? I'm sure he did.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll come back to 98 in a minute. Then that'll be my favourite memory.
Share this legend with you from that year.
Yes.
Alexi Lalas. What a legend. Look at that.
I remember Kobe Jones as well, played for Coventry. Kobe Jones.
Look at that kit. Kobe Jones.
Horrendous kit.
My memories from 1994 are that is the year The Mask came out. So I was first introduced to Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. That's her first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I vividly remember being so excited, but I think we were possibly too young to see it at the cinema. Was Street Fighter the movie came out in 1994. So linking that into some video games for you there.
Oh,
sadly, Raul Julia's last movie. What a movie to go out on.
Makes zero sense, that film.
It's so bad. It's great. You watch it now and it's like a comedy. It's so much fun. They couldn't have got Street Fighter more wrong if they tried.
Let's not forget Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Yes,
Brian
had that.
Yeah.
I got that for Christmas. I'm sure the man in Electronics Boutique said to my dad, "Oh, this game's brilliant," and it was just bundled in with my collection. But yeah,
there needs to be like a documentary or a book or something. It's like Street Fighter the movie, the game, the book.
Yes.
So Triangle Face, any memories from the '94 World Cup?
Not regarding the World Cup itself, no. I don't think I would.
Oh, disappointing. And Blunners?
Yeah, Daub saw mine up with a penalty miss. It cracked me up.
That's one of the highlights of that World Cup.
Yeah,
I
it
just think
is.
it unearthed a load of superstars, and then there was a big influx of overseas players to the Premier League, wasn't there? Like Jurgen Klinsmann came, Dan Petrescu, Ili Dumitrescu, Popescu. There's a bit of a Romanian theme going on here, but it was kind of the Premier League got international, didn't it? All of a sudden, it was all very exciting to be a football fan. Very cool.
Yep.
Because I remember I was on holiday in '94, and I must have only been 10 or 11. I was speaking to some Belgium football fan, and he was telling me how good Philippe Albert was from that World Cup because he just signed for Newcastle, and he did turn out to be pretty good. Funny the things you remember. Anyway,
Yeah, it was good.
Do you want to see Donna Ross's penalty miss?
Well, I don't know if it's anything like that goal you just showed us.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on there, but here we go.
Go on, give it a go. Give it a go.
See it in stop motion.
Hey. Terrible.
I
Absolute
like the way the keeper kind of even goes to save it and then nearly gets hit by the post. But she's been training with England, and she's doing a penalty like that.
Yeah, all she had to do was just kick it straight down the middle. I don't know.
In those hills, come on.
Okay, so before we move on to the '98 World Cup, I've promised you all some amazing halftime entertainment, and I am not going to disappoint.
Oh yeah, I can't
I
wait.
am
This is
not
a treat.
disappoint. This is a
amazing.
treat for everyone. This is absolutely brilliant, and I need to actually. Oh, I'm saying I'm going to share it. I don't know if I can.
What? You joking?
Mate.
This is a joke.
No, I'm not joking. I am not joking. Right,
We
hang
are
on.
live.
This is amazing.
Yeah, we are live.
We are live.
It's not giving me
This
the
is-
option for it in my Windows. Right,
Oh no.
oh no.
Have you not
This is-
downloaded it?
Is this a talk amongst yourselves?
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves about World Cup
Get,
'94.
Oh.
I remember was it like McDonald's there, like the t-shirts and the football and everything like that.
Yeah.
So was that Graham Taylor era? Is that right?
Graham Taylor.
Yeah,
Who's
it was,
Graham?
yeah. Yeah, we lost in '93.
The
Yes.
turnip, or whatever they called him.
Yeah.
Seeing the
I mean,
manager.
that's
And,
quite a killer
um,
nickname, isn't it?
Did we lose to Belgium? And was that right? It knocked us out. Did get us there? Belgium
Yeah.
was in our group.
No, it's, Holland.
Figured it out.
Holland.
Or-
See, I have vague memories of these World Cups. You know, I've slept a lot between then and then now.
Oh,
Here we go.
right. I think we need to move.
Be amazing.
I prefer that bit.
That was
The,
incredible.
The seamlessness that it just blended into the rap. Oh my god.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's amazing.
Right.
Legend.
I've actually found the Saudi Arabia thing. Do you want me to play it? I've probably
Yeah.
picked it up too much. I think I picked it up too much.
Got to thank Gold2th for that. That
Yeah,
was
Gold2th,
incredible.
absolute
Yeah,
legend for doing
amazing.
that. We will
Yeah,
play out
thank you,
with that
Gold2th.
song tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yes.
have to play out.
Oh,
That was
yes.
quality.
CabbageFace
see
had to
that?
leave the stream.
Yeah, I was a bit emotional there. I wasn't
See that?
expecting that.
There you go.
И у них своя звезда, Маджид Мохаммед Абделлах, Пеле пустыни, так называют этого 30-летнего футболиста. Команда за 8 месяцев сменила
That's my
4
favourite memory
тренеров.
from USA '94.
Теперь в
It's
тренерах
very
Евгения
complex
Спорте
choreography
Салари,
going on.
кстати, как говорят, по рекомендации
It's not got quite the moves of Gina G, has it?
Great memory. Great time.
I've kind of lost it now after watching that. I'm
Oh.
gone. My head's gone. My head
Oh,
is
good
gone.
stuff.
It's not going to get any better.
No, well, we're going to move on to the 1998 World Cup very shortly. I'm going to get the game up to show everyone. This is a game that I did own, so I can talk about this. So, yeah, let me share that with you all. So, where are we? World Cup 98. Let's share that. So this is on the PlayStation 1.
Ooh,
Yep, I have
moving
it as
into
well.
disco.
Yeah, I say I had this. I think I had this.
Yeah, this was amazing. This because you had Road to World Cup, didn't you, before?
Oh yeah, I had both those. They were so
But this
good.
is the actual World Cup game itself. So let's just get some gameplay.
Do you actually recognise this? Do you recognise this?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Jumped
I could
ahead
win a
bit
free
there.
console. It's telling me.
Oh,
Click
on that.
And the commentary,
Yeah.
man.
20,000 people who come for a book fair. A very different kind of attraction here today, of course.
Is this Trevor Brooking?
No.
Yeah,
Tom
Trevor
Watson.
Brooking. No, it's Tom Watson. Yeah. Yeah.
I expect this one to get off to a
That's Chris Waddle. Oh, legend.
Yeah, Waddle and
early
Watson.
goal.
Yeah.
Chris Waddle.
Hey,
Here we go.
Wow.
guess what though? Look at the
Look
graphics.
at the
Look at it. Oh,
stats.
turns.
That's jumped
Boom.
up a bit, isn't it?
Oh,
Bloody hell.
he running away.
Yeah, that's good.
Great
that.
pass, Donkey.
Power,
Ball played clear.
power of
goes.
PlayStation.
What a game that we're showing you all as well. Yugoslavia, a country that don't even exist anymore, and Iran.
Oh, yeah.
Who we've got
Yeah.
in
He
Qatar,
goes,
haven't we? Oh,
When did you get
Snickers! Look at all this.
Just
This
Google
is
that.
when football games became
Snicker, there,
football
yeah,
games.
sponsorship.
Ball played upfield.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
Chumbawamba.
Did this one have Chumbawamba on the soundtrack?
Oh,
It
Too
did,
Fit.
yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Look
Yeah,
at
it
that.
did.
Yeah.
Comment there from Rich E.
I remember having this on the
It did.
PC,
Oh,
which was
Great
random.
run.
Oh, Rick. Did you?
Jugovic.
Mm.
I remember my
Savicevic.
Hang on, this is 98.
No.
Yugoslavia were not around in 1998. They went
Mascherada.
independent according to this in 92.
Said.
well, they
Who
were
was
in this
getting
game.
92? Well, I don't know how. That's instant.
Well played. Time the
It's
tackle.
different.
No, because they were still called Yugoslavia then.
Yeah, because Belarus.
They were known as they didn't change to Serbia and Montenegro
Boom.
until later.
Wide. Good
Oh.
The stadiums are good
Look
as
at
well.
that.
I wonder if that reflects
So-
the France '98 stadium.
They were known as FR Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Football team.
Savicevic.
Okay.
I like the way that the camera changed
Yeah.
behind the goalkeeper then for the goal kick. That was pretty cool.
This is like the angle we get on this is what seems to be the football games now. This is what for Pro Evos are like,
Offside
aren't
signal
they?
then
That
by the
Yeah.
linesman.
camera
like-
compared to the top-down view of the whole pitch.
Was
is
this
very
one of the
cool.
first games to have done graphics like this, or was it a FIFA game?
It's a FIFA game, so there was a Road to
This is
World Cup
FIFA, yeah.
'98,
Yeah.
which you could play, but this was the official World Cup game, which was basically
Yeah,
based
that's
on
right.
that.
Oh,
He's got his hands to it. Oh,
We'll
right
watch this
place.
corner, see if they can get a goal.
He did well to get to that, John.
You did well to get to that, John.
You did well to get that, John.
Ooh.
You won this one then.
He tried to beat him at the near post.
Goal kick taken then.
Let's just watch one more attack.
Well played.
Bless
Well
Actually,
there.
who was that?
Yeah.
We'll caught COVID.
Sounds
from
like
that
Tim.
one.
How did you hear that? I sneezed.
No!
Past the help.
Look at you two.
Rima.
Look at that! Look at that cash!
Oh,
The
look
camera.
at that. Oh, they kicked the camera. He ain't happy.
That's
He
great.
kicked the camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I'm liking that.
I do like the look of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That was a good one.
That is very cool. Very good.
Mm.
Very good. Lots of nice memories for me. So we're rank it again out of 10. So we start with you, Nintendo Ollie.
I'm not going to go as high as Rob there. Rob in there with the 8. Oh, Gold2th with the 8 as well. I don't have any nostalgia for that game at all. But immediately it's a jump up from that last game that we had. So I think because it looks more, like Tim said earlier, it looks more like what I recognise modern football games to now look like. I'm going to give that a 7. I'm going to give that a 7.5. I'm going to up it just that extra 0.5. I did like it when it changed to the, I think I said it a minute ago, I like it when the camera changes to behind the goalie to do the goal kick. That was kind of cool. So yeah, 7.5. I like the look of that.
5. No, that's good. That's a good score. And Triangle Face?
Yeah, it's that one, but do you remember having this one? And where I established football wasn't really for me, so I don't. Whereas before, I would have played a few football games with them. But I do reckon, yeah, it looks like in terms of
Oh, Tim, we're having a few audio issues here. I think you've swallowed Blunner's robot,
Yeah.
so we
Tim,
might
it's
have.
gone.
Oh
It's
no!
not just me.
We've gone back to
Not just-
1998.
Is that a zero vote?
Maybe go out and come back in. I reckon
Yeah,
that'll.
He's
Yeah.
Get your cards swipe on Strictly.
double check if someone else is downloading something, because normally when I've had dodgy internet, it's normally because my son's trying to update his PC at that point.
Yeah, because you're crystal
Very
clear
drop
tonight,
in.
Nintendo. You
Yeah,
are
it's
HD.
Fucking great.
You are HD. Right, Blunners.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8 as well. It's really. We remember the difference in 4 years. Like, I think I had it on PlayStation 1, or maybe it was a copy. A backup from Blockbuster. But yeah, really enjoyed it. One of my favourite World Cups.
Yeah, yeah.
Same.
I'll get to my score in a minute. But CabbageFace.
Yeah, an 8 for me. I think this was one of the first games I actually remember, like Road to World Cup and World Cup, I had them both on the PC, which was weird. I remember playing it all the time. I think I tried to win the World Cup with Iran as well at some point, which was like impossible. But
Yep.
I just wanted it to happen for Iran, you know.
Yep. Well, for the moustache, the man with a massive moustache in goal, the angriest goalkeeper ever.
Yeah, and didn't have some striker that scored like 1 billion goals, but never played outside Iran or something.
Yeah, you're right. They did. I recall that. And Dorbs.
Yeah, like the Blake's Tash. I did own this on PS1. I don't remember. I've not got many fond memories, to be honest. I preferred Road to World Cup, so I'm going to give it a 4.
4? Jesus. That's very harsh.
Harsh, but
I am going to give that game a 9 out of 10 because I had so many great memories with that. I used to always play as Nigeria. I can't remember who they had up front, like Ikeem or someone, and he was like incredible. But I used to always be Nigeria after watching them beat Spain. But that was a game I actually got brought at Gatwick Airport before we were going on holiday. You know, when your parents would never buy you anything, and it was in the duty-free shop after the World Cup for like £15 in like July of that year, and my parents let me have it. So I had it like 2 weeks just staring at the box before I got home. But, yeah, so it was a unexpected gift, I guess. So I guess that boosts it up a little bit because it was quite rare for me to get a game just randomly brought for me. But great memories, really good game. It really brought home the feeling of the World Cup as well for the first time in a video. Like USA '94 didn't feel like you were playing in the World Cup, but that game, it had like all the fanfare around it, the soundtrack, Chumbawamba. Brilliant. I don't know if Robbie Williams was on that soundtrack as well. He may have been. If anyone in the chat knows, let me know. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for that. Almost the perfect game.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was very good.
It was a good World Cup as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
I remember the first England game. We got sent home from school early so we could watch it.
Oh, Tunisia.
Yeah, I remember that. They let us go home early so we could watch England beat Tunisia, and I'm pretty sure Paul Scholes scored, if I remember correctly.
He did. Yep.
And Croatia got to the semis, and Davos Shuka and all those players played for him. Some proper ballers in that World Cup.
An awesome side.
Batistuta and all people like that on there. Zidane was introduced to the world, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool World Cup.
Ronaldo collapsed in the dressing room before the final, allegedly. Yeah. It
was a good World Cup.
Yeah, no, it was. It was very good. England obviously flattered to deceive again as well.
We were unlucky because I remember Sol Campbell scoring a goal, didn't he? And they disallowed it for nothing. And then they nearly scored from a kickoff because we were all celebrating.
Yeah.
And then we went out on penalties as usual.
Yeah.
Beckham,
and also
everyone hated Beckham after that World Cup because he kicked Simone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, the stuff.
And also,
even a touch.
The biggest tragedy in football was Matt Letizia scoring a hat-trick for England B like a month before and then didn't make it into the squad. It was like, well, that was pointless. Couldn't have done any more, could he? Scored a hat-trick in England B game and it's like, nah, you're not coming to the World Cup. I'm going to take, I don't know, Les Ferdinand instead. All right, brilliant. The game changer.
Paul Winston, David Beckham.
The highlights of Romania's hair. They dyed their hair.
Yep.
What's the other one I was thinking of? There's a podcast done by Josh Widdicombe with a line from the penalty. Brian Moore.
It's
Brian
like a
Moore.
budgie's tongue.
I think Brian Moore asked Kevin Keegan if David Betty's going to score, and he says yes. And then you hear, "Oh no!" when you miss it. Yeah, quite an infamous bit of commentary there.
Oh dear.
Of course, Michael Owen burst onto the scene, didn't he?
There's also one of the games of that World Cup was
yeah.
Nigeria beating Spain 3-2. I don't know if
Yep.
anyone remembers that. That was an awesome, like proper, just end-to-end football.
Was that when they had JJ Kocher and?
Yeah, they would have had him, and I think like Akiba or someone scored like a worldie.
Babiyako or something, was it? Something up front.
Babangida, something.
Just ask him.
That was it.
Yukini.
Just want to ask Triangle Face who won it.
Oh, is this going to be a thing now? Every
don't
time we're going
know.
to get to a World Cup, and you're going to see whether me or Tim can guess
Yes,
who
won the '98 World Cup.
Brazil.
Ooh,
Close.
Oh, close.
Oh yeah, Emmanuel Petit's amazing hair as well. So.
Who did win '98 then?
Where it was hosted.
Shocking.
Yeah, where was it?
Not going to help me, to be honest.
France.
They didn't have a striker, did they, in their team?
Come,
if you remember, who could score? Like Stefan Gavash was up front. He was useless. So they actually won the World Cup with no like out-and-out striker.
Yeah, pretty much as Dan.
Because Henri wasn't. He was still young, wasn't he? And he wasn't sort of an out-and-out centre forward. But yeah,
It's good
there
World
we
Cup.
go.
For me, any memories of '98? We had the movies Armageddon came out, Deep Impact, The Faculty, Halloween H2O came out, The Faculty. I remember the Thin Red Line coming out. I couldn't see that in the cinema. Yeah, some good movies.
Yeah,
Truman Show's '98 as well.
Oh, that's good, actually.
Truman Show. Wow. Okay.
There we go. That's my memories of '98.
Did you actually get my score, or did I cut out too much? Did you actually get my score?
I think you said 10, didn't you?
No.
No, what was
I don't have as much to say about the game as you guys. I was going to just try and give it a bit of a higher score than I have so far and give it a 7. But I feel like I'm being a bit harsh there now with all the praise you guys have given it. But
I went 7.5, mate.
Yeah,
So
I was going to give it a 7. I'm happy to up
Dorbs
it to
gave
an
it a
8
3.
based on the additional info you guys have given it.
I don't know why Dorbs gave it a 3. That's shocking. I think he's
Yeah, in
delivered
fact,
on that.
if Dorbs is giving it a 3, I feel like I want to give it an 8 just to bump up the average a bit because I think it was a bit harsh.
Well,
Tactical
the
move.
scores have already been counted and verified, so
I had to get okay.
It's like Eurovision, isn't it?
Scores of the doors.
Yeah.
So what's the average for that one then?
6.083.
Oh, so this is when.
So we're now moving on to the 2002 World Cup, which is jumping all the way to PlayStation 2 now.
Yeah.
So we should. And again, I own this game. So we're gonna go all the way to. Here we go.
EA Sports is in the game.
It's in the game.
Can you hear that?
Yes, mate.
Yep.
Yeah. Korea and
Why was it
Japan.
kicked on-
Oh yeah, brilliant. Can we have a look at the lyrics, please?
Japan.
Behind the scenes, it's John Mopson. It's John Mopson.
Here we go.
You guys are behind the scenes.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Jump up,
Look at
isn't
that.
it?
With the new Google.
That didn't come out in 2002.
I'm never
on.
buying a Google phone.
Does anybody
Here
want a
we
Google
go.
phone? Here's the advert.
Apologies for this, everyone.
Triple camera system on Google
Triple
Pixel.
camera system.
How
Google
greedy
Chrome.
is he? I watched about a second of that, and he's had two adverts.
Oh, come on. Right, that's it. Skip on to the next one.
This is meant to be alright, though, isn't it? Sonic Frontiers.
Here we go.
Seems a lot of
Look at the
fanfare.
graphics.
Tunisia versus Brazil. Big game.
Korea, Japan.
Wow, look at the player movement on that. That's smooth, isn't it?
This was PS2 days, you know.
Hello and welcome to the greatest show on earth, the
Snotty.
2002 FIFA World Cup. As we get set to watch these two teams do battle in this group stage game between Brazil and Turkey.
Between Brazil and Turkey.
Always a pleasure.
Welcome to Stadium. Between Brazil.
Event don't come any bigger than the
Oh,
FIFA
it's got
World
stars.
Cup.
That was
Andy
dead.
Andy Gray. Andy Gray.
Oh,
Wow.
he's at the post.
Back off the upright.
Oh, how did he miss that? Terrible.
What? How did he miss? How did he miss? Tim, is this your third?
Might as well be.
Lovely tackle.
Oh,
Sent off that now though.
Yeah.
What's
he
come
doing?
on, what the hell? That defence is terrible.
I don't know.
The ball has nowhere to go but into the keeper's hand.
Movement's
Oh,
great, though, isn't
straight
it?
at him.
The ball cleared
The
up
camera is a
field.
bit
Look at
too
the
close
boot
for
on
me.
him.
Yeah, I'm not liking
out
this
for a
camera
throw.
view and stuff. It's horrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's actually well. I'll give my
Roberto
review
Carlos
in a
got a
minute.
star above him.
Yeah, for that one free
Look
kick
at
he
that
scored.
passing.
A pause here then for a throw.
Where the camera zooms out for like the throw, that's how big it needs to be, isn't it? Really?
And a chance here maybe.
Yeah.
Turkey booked their place at the FIFA World Cup playoffs by finishing as runners-up to
Emotional.
Sweden.
Yeah, there's no atmosphere now.
The music.
It's terrible.
You don't need background music if you've got commentary.
What kind of ruins it was Andy Gray was a Sky TV commentator. He didn't used to commentate on World Cups. So that loses a point for me. Here goes Turkey.
Collected in the penalty area.
Oh, he's
Here we
a step
go.
back there.
Oh, a little step over. We just watch this attack, see if he gets a goal.
Oh, step overs.
Collected by the defender.
This is abysmal.
The ball
It's awful.
clear.
It's not.
If you're going to put a video on YouTube, make sure you're
Twice
good at
won
the
the
game.
Champions League with Real Madrid from
He's probably
1998
Tunisia.
to 2000.
That's correct.
Coming to another
And the
KBU.
keeper grateful for the lack of accuracy on the shot.
Awful. Not the best game there.
Yeah.
Not the best game. Okay, so I'll start this time. I actually owned that game and I brought it in on release. So in 1998 I was at school. 2002 I was actually working full time, which is really depressing. That 4-year leap in your life from school to full time employment. It's like I've never thought of that before, but that's quite depressing.
Nice.
That game was always the attention to detail on it was really poor. Players were the wrong, had the wrong hair color or were the wrong race. It was really disappointing.
Wrong race.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
I want to say one of
Face
them
frozen.
one that had was
Look at triangle
essentially-
face.
it was like
No, point to
Look
him.
at triangle face.
Point to him.
I swear there was an African player that was white.
He's
with
moving
ginger
again.
hair, just randomly thrown in there. What's going on?
It was
You
solid
just
for a
froze.
second, then you just like didn't move.
Sorry, Cabbage
He's
Face.
gone
What were
again.
you saying?
I
before?
can't. I've forgotten because this triangle face has just gone back to the 2002 internet.
Yeah,
It's on dial-up.
he's on AOL dial-up.
Yeah, Mum, get off the phone.
Yeah, because I recall Augustin Delgado, who played for Southampton and Ecuador. He was actually white with
Oh,
ginger
yeah.
hair on that game,
That's
which is
what I was gonna
not
say.
what he looked like.
No.
But no, I'm giving that because I paid
Frozen
probably
face.
£40 for that game, and the same year or the year before, Pro Evolution Soccer came out, which was incredible. I'm giving that game 1 out of 10 for the disappointment.
Wow.
Yeah, it had all the licenses, but nobody cared about it. It was just a presentation with the state. Yeah, it's abysmal. 1 out of 10.
Mhm. Okay.
So Nintendo League.
Well, I'm having to go on what you guys are sort of telling me about the fact that some of the characters, some of the players were the wrong race. I mean, that's pretty poor, isn't it? So that's losing some marks immediately. I thought the animation was good. Everything sort of moved quite smoothly, and it's definitely like a graphical leap up, but it's missing something. There's something that PS1 game, was a little bit better at. So I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay.
Ooh, 6. That's that. You've given that less than that first game.
I have.
You'd actually
that-
prefer that first game.
I would prefer to play the first game because of the Hurricanes kind of pulling in with it, I think. So
Hurricanes.
I think I'm also
time's
for
coming.
the year it came out scoring. Like I gave that first one quite because of it came out. 80s.
We've lost Triangle Face again.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Triangle Face said 5 out of 10.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Well done, Triangle Face.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay.
Stick it in the chat, Tim. Stick it in the chat.
Okay, Blunners.
I'll give it a 7. It's fairly solid.
7.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I played it quite a bit. used to have like little mini tournaments with mates that would come around. I thought it was all right. It's all we really had. I'm trying to think. I thought I was more Pro Evo guy in 2002 because I was last year of school. But yeah, I didn't mind it.
Okay. And CabbageFace?
I'm going to go for a 5 because I want to say this was when Pro Evo 2 was out, and that was just like miles ahead of it. And they probably should have given the license to them rather than, because this is when FIFA was in a big lull. You know, it wasn't very popular, was it? I don't think I ever bought this because I bought Pro Evo, and I was like, I don't want to buy that game. It looks naff. So I'm going to go 5 because it looked quite nice, but you know, it was no Pro Evo.
No, and that's what it's up against, I think. And Dorbs?
Yeah, terrible. That's absolute garbage.
Garbage, terrible.
It's just terrible. It's awful. It just looked terrible. I'm going to give it a 2.
Of course, one more than Brian, though.
Ooh.
That makes it an average of 5.166 recurring.
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 Okay.
So it's got a pen on it, Dorbs. Get that. Where's the pen?
Okay. So anyone have
Just
any
taking
real
notes.
memories of this World Cup? Obviously, Senegal beating France in the first game.
Yeah,
That's
Al
pretty
Hadji
cool.
Papa Diop, wasn't it?
And
God
Al
rest
Hadji
his- God rest his
Yep.
soul.
yeah,
Sadly, no
first
longer with us.
raced onto
Wait,
the
hang
scene,
on. Hang on. Who
2002,
won it?
wasn't it?
Yeah, who won 2002?
Oh fuck! I got no clue. I am going to say Germany.
Close again. So
yeah,
close.
Triangle face.
Well, I said Brazil last time, didn't I? I was wrong. I was going to go Brazil again.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, is it?
They beat Germany. They
Wasn't
beat
it
Germany.
South Korea done really
Yeah,
well?
they beat
Italy.
Germany.
Yeah,
they beat Italy, and the bloke got sacked from his own club in Italy.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
he
the
got.
winning
Yeah,
goal,
that's
isn't
the
it?
one. Yeah.
Didn't they beat someone on a golden goal? South Korea.
Spain.
Was that Spain?
Yes. Or was it penalties?
It might have been
Yeah,
penalties.
Spain.
Yeah,
So
that was.
Yeah,
it was an
Turkey did
odd-
well as well, didn't they? They got to like the
Yeah.
fourth place, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You're right. Because that goalkeeper had like the war paint on his face.
Yeah. And who was playing? Who would have been
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
for them? Anyway, it was a good World Cup. That was when England couldn't deal with the heat, and
It was when
too hot.
Beckham done his foot, wasn't it? And we were like,
Yeah,
in the paper, you had
praying.
to put your hand on his foot.
on his metatarsal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, praying.
Yuri Geller was like sending positive vibes to Beckham's foot.
Bending his
try
spoons.
Yeah.
It was a weird World Cup, that one. Was that Sven? Sven's last
It
one.
was Sven, wasn't it? When they said at half time they wanted Winston Churchill, one of the players, and they got what's his name? Who was the
dog
Tory leader in about 90? William Hague. Yeah, they wanted Winston Churchill, and they got William Hague in their half-time speech.
And was that when we were continuously playing Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes all on the same team?
Yeah, and we had no left midfielder, if you remember. It was like a big thing, wasn't it?
Joe Cole was shoehorned there, wasn't he?
I think Scholes was shoehorned there.
Scholes, I think,
Trevor
yeah.
Sinclair. Trevor Sinclair played.
Trevor Sinclair, yeah.
And Danny Mills at right back.
Oh, he was horrible, wasn't he?
Because Gerrard was injured for that, and Nicky Butt played and was brilliant in that Argentina game. No one else remember that? Nicky Butt.
I remember Seaman.
Yeah, that's why he went out, wasn't it?
Yeah, get gobbed.
Embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we got 2 more games to look at.
Cool.
These obviously are going to be big leaps up, but again, 2006 World Cup. I've got the PS2. Oh no, I'm going to go for the Xbox 360 version. Before I play it, I'm just going to watch this WhatsApp.com advert, which I didn't even know they did adverts, but there you go. Okay, so we're going to look at the 2006 World Cup, which was held in. Anyone remember where this was held?
I know.
Germany?
I'm not going to ruin it.
Yep,
Germany?
it was in Germany. Okay.
Oh, I know which one this is now.
Oh, it's in the game.
Look, that looks a lot better, graphically, doesn't it?
Oh wow!
Oh my god! Look at
That's
that!
a massive leap. That's a big leap.
What's he doing?
They've still got the star heads.
Yeah.
He is a good tackler.
He's a good tackler.
Oh,
Germany versus Greece.
This must have been when Greece were European champions at this time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would have had a good team. Yeah, this you
good
can see
pass.
this is a big leap up from that
It's a big
2002
leap.
one.
Yeah.
They've
the
actually put
shadows
some.
and stuff look really good, don't they? Things like that.
Yeah, they've put
Big
some
attention
effort
to
into
detail.
this.
Martin
Camera's
The
Taylor.
better.
crowd, everything, the atmosphere of the game sounds incredible.
Oh, it's marginally frustrating that it just seems to be
Oh,
like
look at that.
two sides at a
Well-
minute. It's the way they're playing the game.
Looks quite
Yeah,
good
they're
though,
just
doesn't
crap.
it?
Oh, it looks great.
Nice. Can we skip it on and see if there's a goal?
Yep, we can.
Yeah, I want to say
skip
is
it.
was this when they first introduced celebrations around this time?
Oh, it's
A little bit
replay.
replay as well.
Oh, dirty bastard.
Let's watch the free kick.
That's,
Oh,
it's no John Barnes, is it?
no, he's quit the match.
Quit. He's
Oh,
rage
just quit,
quit.
Ryan. Just
What?
quit the match, mate. Yeah.
Oh.
Just quit.
It's definitely FIFA. He's rage
Oh.
quit.
How selfish
He
was
just
that?
quit.
How selfish.
Rage
He's
quit.
almost totally out of order. That was that he quit that.
Hmm.
Okay, so there we go. That was the 2006 World Cup game. I remember the cover had Frank Lampard on the front. Seem to
Legend.
recall. I'm sure it did. I'm sure I had Lampard on the front, but I may be wrong. Someone correct me if I am wrong with that. So we're going to go in reverse order. So I'm going to start with you, Dorbs, on that one.
Yeah, big jump. I like it's still got Chris Waddle commentating. I'm going to go 5. for that one.
5.
I love the way Dorms builds up. Oh, yeah, great this, great that. 5.
Yeah.
I'm the Craig Revel Hallwood of the.
You are. You're very demanding of what you want from a football game.
Fabulous. Yeah, 5. 5 for that one.
Okay, CabbageFace.
I don't remember playing this one, so I'm going to go. Looking at it, I'm going to go for. It would look quite nice. So I'm going to go say 6.5.
6.5.
I don't remember playing this at all.
No, likewise, I don't. We must have been all playing Pro Evo at that
Yeah,
time.
we must have been pezzing it up.
Yeah, it must have been during that lull, like you said, when nobody, and that must have been there sort of turning it around, but nobody was playing the game because everyone was just playing PES still. They're quite a nice game, but nobody brought it. And Blunners?
Yeah, it looks good, but like you saying, I don't really remember playing this one. I was like solely Pro Evo, so I would. But it looks like a step up from the last one, so I gave the last one a 7. I'll go 7.5, 7.5.
7.5. Ooh.
Yeah.
And Triangle
looks good.
Face?
Yeah, to be honest, looking at that, I think that because I know modern football games, you're going to have like updated player lists and things like that, so it's current. But to me, like it looks like that's hit the standard of modern football games and that on there in 2002. So I'm going to give that an 8. I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Blimey.
And Ollie?
Yeah, I'm going to go in with the 8 as well. I agree with what Tim says. It looks like a modern football game, doesn't it? To me, anyway. I mean, I'm sure there's some differences between the way things sort of move and run now, but I think it looks pretty good. The like you say, I think you were saying, Ryan, during the chat, there was like the atmosphere felt alive. So yeah, I'm going to go with an 8.
An 8.
8.
I'm going to go with a 7 for that one, mainly because I never brought it, so I haven't played it. And Pro Evo was so good at that time. I think Pro Evo would have been better than that. So that's the standard, and I don't think they quite met that standard. So I'm going to go with a safe 7. So Dorbs, what's the
Safe 7.
scores for that one?
I don't know. I think I might have miscalculated, but I'll make that an average. I think I might have duplicated someone's score, but I'll make that an average of 8.33, which seems quite high.
That seems quite high if you gave it a 5.
Yeah, that does seem quite high.
Need a recount on that.
Maybe I've counted someone twice.
I think you counted someone twice there.
Yeah, so
Bear with us, everyone.
average of 7.
We are live.
Average of 7.
7.
Average of 7. Okay.
Pretty good.
So it's getting better. And anyone have any memories of that World Cup?
No.
I've got.
Oh, yeah, I watched
that's
it in
where
the pub.
Jamie
Watched it in the
Carragher
pub.
missed
Saw the
the
headbutt.
Jamie Carragher missing a penalty, was that?
Yeah, well, that's where we got knocked out. No one ever seems to remember that, but Jamie Carragher missed the penalty, and he always seems to be bypassed when they slag off all the players that missed penalties, and he was one of them.
Yeah.
No one ever brings him up for some reason.
And it's the same when Gary Neville never stepped up to take a penalty, but he'll criticise other players. He was like the biggest bottle job in English football. You never saw him at the front wanting to take a penalty.
That's a weird World Cup, that one. I don't know why no one remembers anything about it. Why don't I remember anything about the German World Cup?
It was a weird one.
The only thing I remember from that year again is the movies that came out. So with Mel Gibson's Apocalypto, you had the cool horror movie Hatchet.
Shit.
What else did we have? Oh, Nacho Libre came out in 2006.
Great film.
Hills Have Eyes, the remake.
but who won it?
Good.
Yeah, who won it?
Who won the Germany World Cup?
I'll give you a clue. Zinedine Zidane headbutted someone in the final in his
That's
final
why.
ever match.
That's it. I remember that. I remember that.
I mean that doesn't mean anything to me. So I am going to go with Spain.
Nope. Triangle face. Who's just frozen
Triangle
again?
face.
Italy.
Oh, I
What's
googled
Italy?
it.
He's
No,
Googled it.
literally.
Yeah, you googled it.
Yeah. As absolutely a
That's
guess. As random.
That's why it's
honestly.
He wouldn't have been able to
Triangle
Google it.
yeah.
His internet's cracking out tonight.
I was actually looking at games out that year to see who was playing.
And
I would have been playing Time Splitters 2 in 2000. So absolutely shocked, to be honest.
All right, Time Splitters 2, I think we got there. Tim was playing.
Yeah.
For a bonus point, what did the Italian player say to Zidane for him to headbutt him?
Oh, didn't he say his mum was a whore?
Yeah.
did.
It was Maserati, was it not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should say
It
that.
was, yeah.
He played for Everton,
Yeah.
didn't he?
There we
He
go.
did.
Which I think
God,
deserves
I
a
know-
headbutt.
Yeah.
But there we go.
I know too much about football. It's like if I'd actually listened at school, I would have been quite clever. But I just
I think it was
feel
one of the
my
best
brain
headbutts ever, wasn't it? Like to headbutt someone like in the chest. It was quite a pretty cool headbutt.
It was.
to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the
For him to
worst
go
World
down.
Cup ever in history.
What?
South Africa, horrible. World Cup.
Vuvuzela.
Just annoying.
Oh, look at that.
Silver. Oh, they got
That's the
managers.
Italian
They
manager.
got
Has
managers.
he got the? Is it Del Boss, the Italian manager?
Yeah.
He looks amazing. If they show him.
Oh, Buffon.
Del Boss?
Oh, Andy Townsend's tactics truck.
Oh, Andy Townsend's a horrible commentator, so that loses a point
Please-
straight
please show the
away.
Please show the Spanish manager.
Look at that stadium, though. That looks incredible.
Oh,
Yeah,
We've got to be on the 360 now, haven't we?
Yeah, this is
FIFA
360.
started come back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean graphically, this is the peak, isn't it, of the whole evening?
I don't think football games have got much better since this, to be honest.
no, they haven't.
No, it's pretty much the same now,
He's
isn't it?
even got the
Oh, look
ticker
at
tape there.
Dorbs. Dorbs isn't happy. He's like, oh, this is boring.
No, I like the ticker tape. That's good. Extra points there.
Oh, Skinja.
This is a great game. But like Austin of CabbageFace said, this is one of the worst World Cups ever.
Why was it so bad?
Is this Robert Green where he mucked up?
Just the, yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
just the
American
constant
USA,
noise of
wasn't it?
those flipping
I think that's
vuvuzelas.
Lippy.
Those
Is it Lippy?
vuvuzelas were annoying. So annoying.
It was constant, wasn't it?
Every game just had that horn.
Oh, Emma Suarez as well. Handballed it. Cheap
Oh.
bastard.
Just when he bit someone.
No, that was the next one.
Next one.
Did he bop? No, that was the other one.
The
Yeah.
next one after.
So this is the last World Cup video game that was released that you could actually buy as a physical game.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What do they do now?
Yeah. Downloads.
Such a shame.
It's a download now,
Right.
is it?
We've got the
Yeah.
latest FIFA. Yeah, we've got the latest
Oh,
FIFA.
there
and
you
it's
Go on, lad.
literally just get
Score,
the
score.
FIFA part.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh, look at that. Backflip.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I'm
that.
sure he never-
And kicked him in the
never
head.
celebrated like that. Keeper was
Beautiful.
let off his line there.
That stadium looks phenomenal.
Mm.
Yeah, this is when
Does look
FIFA
good,
came
doesn't it?
back.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, we used to play tournaments at your house, and we were on.
Well, no, I was going to say that we used
your
to.
flat.
We did. We
Yep.
used to play tournaments at my flat. We used to have 2 on each side, and we used to do 8-team tournaments and have like 16 people crammed into my front room. And my CabbageFace was there, yourself was there. We used to be 2 on a side.
Yeah.
Triangle Face's brother was there, who I always ended up being paired with usually.
I think my fondest memory of that is when I beat you with North Korea. That's one of my
No.
fondest
You did not beat us with North Korea.
Yes, I
You
did.
scored.
1-0. It was 1-0.
Did you really?
Yeah, you absolutely battered at me. It was like you missed about 40 chances, and I just scored my 1 chance, and that was it.
I wasn't with Triangle Face's
Well,
brother. I was
Matt's
with
mate.
Ben. I was
Yeah.
with Ben, wasn't I?
Ben,
And you,
yeah,
North
Korea.
you beat us with North Korea. Wow, that is embarrassing. It's always harder when you're playing with 2, though,
Yeah.
against someone with
got to be on
1.
the same page.
The 2-man press, everyone just runs at the ball all the time. Okay, so we're going to start with Nintendo on that for the final scores of the evening.
I'm going to give that the highest score of the evening purely because it looks and feels like a football game that I know of. Obviously, I've not watched or been involved in much football, but from the Euros that I watched this year, I felt like I was watching a football game. So I'm going to give that. I'm going to go with Gold2th score. I'm going to give that a 9.
Ooh, 9.
That
Okay.
felt like modern football.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you with that. And Triangle Face?
Yeah, I'd say the same. I think the instant replays and celebrations tipped it for me, so I'm going to give that a 9.
Good
High
score.
scoring. And Blunners?
I'm going to go an 8. It was good. I have fond memories of it. But yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Okay, and CabbageFace?
Yeah, I'll go 8 for it. I think it's when FIFA came back, really, to be in the number 1.
The number 1.
Mm.
And Dorbs?
Yeah, I remember having a demo of this on the PS3, and then after the tournament, and picking up a game really, really cheap. Great soundtrack. Which I think we discussed this earlier. It's the theme tune to The Lion Kid, isn't it? The Kapow.
It is, the rest there, yep.
Yeah.
When I get older.
I'm going to give this a strong 7.
Ooh.
7.
Oh, this is.
Orbs.
I think for me, it's got a lot of nostalgia because, as we said, we used to have FIFA tournaments a lot, and then we used to play Lips after on the Xbox, that singing game. If you remember, like with my patio doors open on the first floor flat, just like everyone's thinking, what is? Neighbours must have hated
3 in the
us.
morning.
Yeah, singing Lips. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. I'm marking it down because of the commentary team. I don't like Clive Tildesley. I think he is abysmal. And like CabbageFace always says, he always mentions, is it Clive Tildesley or
Munich.
Yeah, it's Clive Tildesley. That goal in Munich,
Yeah.
he always mentions, or
Every
in
game.
Barcelona, sorry. Yeah.
Barcelona, sorry, yeah.
Does
So
my
he
head in.
shoehorns it in, didn't he?
Yeah, but and Andy Townsend, dreadful
Townsend.
commentator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You know what? They could have got anyone and they picked those 2. So loses a mark for that. But I think that's the complete World Cup game. If you're going to go out and buy a game and you want to experience the World Cup and you want a physical game, go out and buy that. You could even do qualifying on that as well, which is pretty cool. Pick your squad, go all the way through to the final. So I will give that 9 out of 10.
Impressive.
So Dorbs, what do we?
So that is an average score of 8.33,
There we go.
which actually makes that the winner. So well done to South
Hey.
Africa 2010.
Congratulations,
Many
South Africa.
congratulations.
And does anyone, just before we get going, does anyone have any memories of that World Cup apart from the Vuvuzelas?
Wayne
Green.
Rooney. Wayne Rooney saying having a go at the fans for booing him. That's one of my fondest memories of that.
Oh yeah, he's a twat.
Shouting down the camera.
Yeah,
most of
into
your
the
home
camera,
fans
wasn't it?
supported.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I remember.
we were absolutely atrocious in that World Cup. Like the worst I've ever seen England play, probably.
2016 Euros is probably on a comparison.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
So well done everyone for that one.
But
Yeah.
hang on,
was,
he won it.
There was. Ooh.
Who did win it? I can't remember.
He did win it.
I know who won it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spain.
I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah,
They sent
yeah.
us all
Yeah.
to sleep in winning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won it?
It was the invention of a certain style of
Tick-tack.
football, really, wasn't it? Yeah.
Tick
Yeah.
tack, tick tack, tick.
Give me
tack.
give me a clue as to where in the world it might even be.
Europe.
It's in Europe. Okay, I'm going to go with Spain again. then.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, anyway,
Triangle
congratulations.
face.
I'm going to go with Spain.
Well, I don't know. How you done it.
Ah, too
I don't
late.
know how I figured that
Exit.
one out, but you know,
Cool.
absolute shot in the dark that was.
The
Fantastic.
Before we
There
go,
was
obviously.
Oh, I think Ollie wants to say is memories of 2010.
Oh yeah, sorry.
oh
mate.
yes, there were some good movies. We
Yeah.
had Shutter Island, Inception, The Crazies, the
Oh,
Clash of the
Inception.
Titans remake, which is not so great,
Shit.
and then one of the worst movies of all time ever made came out
Shit.
that year, called Skyline. That is
Yeah,
up there in
Skyline.
my
Is that the Alien
Please.
one?
yeah.
Like,
It's
it doesn't really
I
go
quite
anywhere.
like that.
it's arguably my most hated movie of all time.
From
Really
the man
didn't
who
like
likes
it.
a movie about
Yeah?
spoons.
Yeah, but that's ironic. I ironically like that movie. It's terrible, but it's
Okay.
funny.
Okay, Triangle Face, any non-related nostalgia for 2010, like X Factor winner or something?
Oh, I don't know. I was looking at what other games came out
X
that
Factor
year.
winner.
Is Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out that year? Apparently, that was good. That was
Ooh,
Okay.
that was
Oh,
a great
banging
game.
game.
Oh, actually, no. Halo Reach.
Oh,
I spent a lot of time.
Okay,
playing that.
here's a question for the football fans. Who sang England's official 2010 World Cup song?
Oh,
Embrace.
God. I want to say I know who this is.
To Unlimited.
Nope. I'll give you a clue. One of them is a singer, and the other one is a actor stroke comedian.
It's
Badil. It's not Badil and
Keith Allen or
Skinner, is
something.
it?
it's James Corden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're copyright striked again.
Is that Shakira?
That is Shakira. But yeah, James Corden
That's
and Dizzy
Shakira.
Rascal
I
recorded the.
knew it was Corden.
Yes,
He did
it
that
was, wasn't
stupid
it?
thing.
Yeah, when
Stupid
James
thing
Corden was,
I went,
fairly
Sniffy.
bearable at that
Was
point.
he ever bearable?
Oh, there was a time where he was okay, but now he's just he can
As long
stay
as
in
you're not a
America.
waitress,
America
yeah.
can have him.
Joe,
An
Shakira's
interesting
age
thing
generally
of the,
shocks people. Do you know how old Shakira is?
I know.
45.
Waka waka.
Right.
I think she's doing the World Cup.
Right,
Play a little game.
Dorbs, go on then. We'll put you on solo.
Well, sadly, Italy are not in the tournament
Oh.
this time around, so I can't wear my lucky Italian pants. There they are.
You can't put that
I can't wear my lucky Italian pants.
Fantastic.
Oh wow!
I need to see you guys. I need to see your reactions.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Right. So we've got these are 1990 World Cup coins.
Where'd you get those?
These are
pants?
still sealed.
Still
These are still sealed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick 3 random ones. I'm going to open them, and then I'm going to give you clues and see if you can guess the footballer. So there's the first one.
Can I just ask where you got the pants from first?
These are actually my mum got them. My mum, true story. My mum got them for me when she went on holiday.
well, I think Gold2th needs a pair of those.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know this player,
Oh,
so
great. We'll
I
do
can't
one
give you
here
any
then.
clues really.
Okay.
Just tell us who it is. Then.
Tim
All
and
right,
Wood-
okay. So the first one I've just unsealed.
What nationality?
Roy Aitken. He's all English. Roy Aitken. There you go.
Oh, he looks
Roy
like that
Aitken,
head
wasn't
that
he
was
like
on-
Carlisle United manager or
I
something?
don't know. Right, next one. Hang on.
he looked like the Art Attack head.
I bet they all just.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Scottish manager, I think.
Alex McLeish.
Gordon Strachan.
Who'd you say, Ryan?
Alex McLeish.
Well done.
Oh, it looks exactly like
Oh.
him. Yeah, I can see
It's
the
me.
resemblance.
Right, last
Ahead.
one.
Again.
Beautiful,
Let's
beautiful.
go for this one.
Hey there.
Hopefully these are not duplicates.
Gold2's got it. I look like Michael Myers, that first guy.
Ah, yes, legend. Right, okay.
Carlos Valderrama.
No, it's quite a famous picture.
Valderrama.
With There's a famous picture of him on the internet with his penis and testicles out.
Paul Scholes.
Hey.
No, play for Liverpool.
Oh.
Dribbles quite a lot.
Ronnie Moore?
No, play for Everton as well. He dribbles quite a lot.
Peter Beardsley.
Well done.
Yeah,
Peter Beardsley.
He's not that handsome. He's far too handsome.
Yeah.
There you go.
That coin would break.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's a good little game. That. So I got.
How many packs you got to
I
open?
got them on eBay ages ago for some reason. I bought them all sealed. Don't know why. But... So yeah, fun
There we
little
go.
game there. Well done.
That was like What's in the Box came back briefly.
It was for a brief
I won't
moment,
be
yeah.
coming back because I'm still waiting for an apology.
Is it a game?
Is it?
Is it
Okay.
this based?
That was a great feature.
Is it this based?
Is it?
Okay, so
On the Commodore 64.
Before we go, and thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been really appreciated. Hopefully, this has got you in the mood for the 2022 World Cup. Even then, $10 in an England shirt. That's very rare. We're just going to go around, get everyone's predictions for the 2022 World Cup. So we're going to start with Nintendo. Ollie, who do you think is going to win the 2022 World Cup? And just to let you know, Italy haven't qualified. If you were going
Who
to
did I get in the sweepstake?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Did I get Cameroon or something in the sweepstake?
You may have done.
I think I did. I'm going to go with Cameroon because, if they win, I win some money.
Okay, good protection. Good strong prediction. Triangle face.
I've got no idea. I don't even know who's in it. I'd imagine.
Choose a country.
Where? Go
Yeah,
Wales.
Germany.
Germany. Okay.
Germany.
Safe option.
Safe bet.
Blunners.
I think for me it's between I reckon Brazil or Argentina. I'm thinking. So I'm gonna say Brazil.
Okay, it starts Sunday, Andy. The first match, which is Qatar versus Ecuador. That classic World Cup
Yeah, it's
classic.
gonna be a humdinger.
Classic World Cup.
Yeah, and
Might change my
CabbageFace.
answer to Ecuador.
I'm gonna go with Argentina. I think it's the climate suits a South American team. There we go.
Okay, and Dorbs.
Yeah.
I don't know really. Don't know.
You got to choose someone.
You look deflated, mate.
Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, yeah.
England.
No, just not really looking for. Not even looking forward to this World Cup.
No, I'm
Why
going
not?
to go.
It's brilliant.
I'm going to go with. I think Senegal are going to have a good tournament if Mane's fit, who won the African Cup of Nations. I think they might be a dark horse. But I'm going to go with, because I think this is their last chance to do something, Belgium, I'm going to go for.
Yeah.
Because De Bruyne is
Yeah.
on fire at the moment. And if he carries on to the World Cup, then I think a lot of teams are going to struggle. So that is what I'm going to go with. So we'll revisit
How
this.
far do you think England to get?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, let's go.
Maybe.
I'm going to
Second
go
round.
second round.
I'm going
How
to
many
say
rounds are there?
Where
I'm gonna say we're
goes
not gonna get out
first
of the group.
round, second round, quarterfinal, semi-final, final.
Okay.
I'm going to be bold and say we're not getting out of the group.
Ooh,
Oh.
controversial.
Mm.
I'm going to say we're going to absolutely bottle it.
World Cup 2010
I-
again.
I'm similar. I'm thinking similar because I just don't. Looking at what he's picked, he's picking players just because of their names. So I am going with CabbageFace.
I couldn't tell you anyone that's been picked.
Go on, try and name
I-
someone.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I
go
don't
on,
know.
name
Is Harry
someone.
Kane still in the team?
He is, yeah, Harry Kane.
Hey, 1 point.
Yep.
1 point.
Is why wouldn't he just pick like an almost identical side to what played in the Euros? Because like, we did all right. I know we
Yeah,
didn't
but
win, and that's
a lot of players
disappointing.
are off form now.
Out of form and older. And
How are you out of form? It was only 2 years ago. Fucking
A
hell, it's
year
your
ago.
job. Was it a year ago?
Yeah, it was last year.
How are you out of form? I'd argue you should be on better form. Like, Christ almighty, how much do they get paid a year?
Because this is England. They just give up.
Fucking hell. This is why people get annoyed with it all, though, isn't it? It's like, come on, you did so
Yeah.
well in the Euros. You'd think that would be like the fire you needed to be like, right, we got a year to real shape
we-
up and really go for it.
Haven't we just lost 5 games in a row or something like that?
Yeah.
Not 1 in 5. We've drawn 1 and lost 4 or something.
we haven't
One,
scored
lost
in
4,
5, is it as well?
Yeah, but we're on abysmal form.
Jesus. Right, I'm going with CabbageFace and Blunders then. Like, fuck it, why not? Let's get this shit over with. Just get it out of the way.
Okay.
He's picking players who played like 2 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, he's lost his head's gone. Southgate's and Triangle Face.
I mean, I've got no idea. I don't think I would even entertain giving an answer.
You've got to give an answer.
No idea.
You have to
Well,
give an answer.
Can I? Somebody's going to have to answer for me. I have no idea.
We're not ending this
What I'm
stream
gonna say.
until you've given an answer, so we're going to be here a long time.
Go to
On laser eye.
think about it.
I think he's
Laser
going to
eyes.
win it. You think he said we're going to win it?
Second round. I think we get out, but then I think we've got Argentina potentially in the next round. So.
Yeah, I think pretty much the same as you. And Triangle Face. He's either thinking or he's frozen.
He's gone.
He's
gone.
just gone.
Very
He's like,
still.
Oh, he's
He's
back.
being very
He's
still.
back.
Can we hear
Alright,
you,
what are you
Toad?
thinking?
I've lost everything.
But he's doing that deliberately because he does not want to give an answer. But I just want to say thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Thank you to CabbageFace Bricks for joining us.
Worries.
There will be a description link to his channel in our in the description of this video, so do check him out. Have you got any streams coming up, CabbageFace, before you go?
No live ones. No, not for a while. I'm
okay.
Taking a bit of I've got some videos and stuff, but I'm just chilling out with live stuff at the moment.
Cool. So some new Kobe builds.
Yeah, there will be. There'll be some more videos of Kobe stuff. Yeah.
Excellent.
If you like your World War II history, pop on over and have a look. If you don't bother. Stay here.
Do check out CabbageFace.
Just pop on over for the bands anyway.
Great channel. Right, I'm going to move Triangle Face because he's just a swirling circle and it's putting me off. Okay, so I think there's only one way to play us out of this. Then we're going to rewind it back.
Oh, yes, here we go again.
Right, so on that note, just want to say good luck to England. Triangle Face is back. Hope you enjoyed the stream, everyone, and we will see you Wednesday when we have got. Before we go,
England.
does anyone want to say who we've got? Tom from Tall Story Games. So we will be back Wednesday.
Yeah.
So until then, good night, everyone, and enjoy Gold2th one more time.